4 emotions that can turn your fitness life around. All right. Welcome. If you're interested in this topic, you may want to grab pen and a paper. So I'm going to share with you a couple key things that you might be able to get benefit of right away and take your whole fitness life to the next level, right? So come on in. I'm going to do a quick fitness sound check. We do have sound. Sometimes you get going and there's no sounds. So please say hello and let us know where you're coming from. I might not see all the chats at once. I'm on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But if you say something, I'll be sure to check it and get back to you. If you're interested in reaching out to me for coaching, my number is right there on the screen. Text me the word FIT. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, and I will get back to you within 24 hours, and we can set something up, right? So 4 emotions that can turn your fitness life around. Think about that. There are some emotions when it comes to your fitness, when it comes to being your very best fitness, there are certain emotions that if we use them to our benefit, can really turn our life around. I've used this. Bodybuilding has been one of my main background things that I've done as a fitness level. And there's many emotions that we can use, that you can use to propel us in the fitness arena. So number one emotion that can turn your fitness life around is disgust. Think about it. Write that down. Disgust. Right. So I remember back in, I don't know, it was probably 20 years ago. I was living in this apartment that had a pool, and my friend came over, Dave, and I was going through a bulking season of my life, to say I'm currently about 180 pounds, 7% body fat. At the time, I was probably 230 pounds. My body fat percent, I don't even know what it was. It was way off the charts, but I was just trying to gain as much size as I could. And I just didn't really like the way that I felt, And so my friend came over. He caught me I was out by the pool, and he came over and he says, "Oh, we kind of joke about it now." He would say, "Oh, Mark, you're looking good," stuff like that. But I just remember feeling so disgusted with myself. And later we kind of jokingly, he would say, "Yeah, you kind of look like a beached whale." And I felt like a beached whale. And at the time, it's like, so frustrated and just disgusted with the way that I felt at the time. And, it was at that time that I did a turnaround. And I said, I'm not going to go through this anymore. I'm not going to feel this way anymore. And so I just made a turnaround that I'm not going to live in that fat body like that anymore. I was just tired of that, So that emotion we can use, but see, that's the thing. We don't just have to be disgusted and then leave it at that. You can use that disgust, whatever you're disgusted with. What is it that you're disgusted with your health and fitness? Think about that. What are you disgusted with? I mean, can you get disgusted with it and just, you're disgusted, and use that disgust as the power and the emotional fuel to achieve the body that you want. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You can use the power of the emotion of disgust to turn your fitness life around, right? So we can use that to our benefit, to your benefit, right? So that's disgust is number one. Number 2 emotion that can turn your fitness life around is decision. So there's something that's powerful once you make a decision to achieve something with your fitness life. Once you have decided, there have been times, I use bodybuilding sometimes as an example because it's just something that I've done, and now once you decide what you want, like for example, my goal is to be happy and grateful that I'm trying to gain 10 more pounds of lean muscle, trying to get that muscle there. But I've come from 10 pounds ago, I've already gained 10 pounds, right? So, but once you decide, when I was 170, I wanted to be 180, right? So, and I decided that I wanted to be 180 again. I wanted to get to that 180, and now I'm there, back to the 180, That's the thing. So now I have decided that I feel like I want to be 190, right? So that's the thing. I have decided that. So I'm on that journey now to the next 10 pounds. But see, what is it that you have decided? Have you decided that you're going to be healthy and that you're going to feel good and have your energy? Because that's the thing is, as we're unhealthy and eating unhealthy things and living the unhealthy fitness lifestyle, you can really have a lot of issues like not feeling good, low energy, all kind of problems. So, and that's the thing. So consider using the power of decision. Decide what it is you want. Get clear and specific on those goals, and then use that power of decision to get you there. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's number 2, decision. Number 3 is desire. That's the thing. I've just earlier on, since being a teenager, I've always had a strong desire to do well in the fitness area. So I spend a lot of times thinking about it. And so I know that's not natural for everyone. So, but consider tuning into it now, wherever you're at in your life. Maybe fitness now is something that's very important for you to get a handle on. So consider using the power of desire. Decide what it is you want. Get clear and specific on your goal. Dial that in. Write it down. Get clear and specific. And then build a strong desire around it. One of my mentors uses the word fascination. Get really fascinated. Consider getting really fascinated with what it is you're going on with your body and your health. Don't just play it down. Consider really getting fascinated with it. Get into it. Just get that childlike curiosity where you're getting on Google and you're looking up new ways of eating healthier and new training methods and how to do this exercise, whatever specific exercise you've been working on, how to look up proper form videos where you're studying the form and how's this person do it? How's that person do it? Get that childlike enthusiasm. Consider building that desire, using the power of desire in your benefit, right? So that's number 3. And then last but not least is resolve. Right. Now, what does resolve mean? Well, one of my mentors said it. He had heard from a child what he found to be the most true definition of the word resolve, better than the Webster's dictionary. And that came from a child. And basically what this child says was that resolve was to promise ourselves that we will never give up. Think about that. Using the emotion of resolve, and that resolve means to promise yourself you'll never give up. How long do you give a newborn kid, how long do you give them to walk correctly? At what point do you give up, right? So you don't. You never give up, right? The power of resolve. You will do it until you will do it. You are committing to yourself that you will never give up. And that's what I encourage you to do. Take it one day at a time, but to consider being here in the health and fitness journey, be here 1 year from now, and to be in the process. And if you follow the principles on the screen here of proper exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset, if you follow those, you will be successful, right? Does that make sense? So those are the 4 emotions that can turn your fitness life around. The emotion of disgust, decision, desire, and resolve. Use any of them. Consider using any of them. Use one of them. These are tools, like tools in a tool belt. I have used all of these at some point. Matter of fact, now that I'm talking about it, I'm thinking of ways that I can use them now to achieve the goals in front of me now. The same as I encourage you to choose to accomplish your goals in front of you now. All right. So if you have any questions or any concerns, you want to connect with me, my phone number is right there on the screen. Text me, call me, send me a smoke signal, whatever it takes. Let's get together if I can be of service. And I'm doing a 15-second version of this, and probably so, but this is really where I have really a little bit more time to get the main points out, but there will also be a Cliff Notes version of this as well coming. So, all right, so that's it. Power of disgust, decision, desire, and resolve to achieve your best fitness life. See you on the next lesson.